I'm live. Hey, how are you? My name's Gary. We're doing a Friday concert today. Harmonica. Very exciting. I'm going to go post a link to the class on our website. The website is mammothgardens.com. Once you get there, you'll navigate around till you find some harmonica stuff. You'll be fine. We meet here Monday through Friday to play harmonica. It's all free. Someday it'll cost money, but so far, not. And let's see if the link works. Friday's the fun day. Friday, I talk a little less, hopefully, on Friday, and play a little bit more. Hopefully. Click. Let's see. Yep, there it is. All right, it's all working the way it's supposed to. Is that backwards? How is that possible? I don't know how that's possible. Anyway, everybody will be wandering in here momentarily to join me. And we are going to play, what are we playing today? We're playing some really lovely tunes. Kumbaya, When the Saints Go Marching In, You Are My Sunshine, Ode to Joy, that's Beethoven. Simple Gifts, that's Aaron Copland, kind of. Streets of Laredo, that's Johnny Cash. Summertime, George Gershwin. And Scarborough Fair, that's somebody that died a long time ago. So we got a lot of good music that we're going to be playing in a little bit early, and that's why people are slow to arrive, because they're used to me showing up a little bit late, but they'll make it here. We're going to start in 5 minutes, and so yeah, that's what we're going to do today. It's going to be a blast. I will be playing a Marine Band, 1896. Melissa is in. Melissa is from Boulder. Melissa lives right up the street. You've heard stories about Boulder, Colorado. They're all true. It's a magical place in many ways. And also, what's exciting about Boulder is it's where I went to college, and there's still a college there. And it's one of the most beautiful colleges in the world. And right now, everybody there is on lockdown because they were bad babies and they did what college students do, which is to go out and hang around with one another. And now they all are in trouble because the bug is all over the place up there and it's not good. So the People's Republic. The funny thing about Boulder, here's what's funny about Boulder. Boulder has this reputation of being this wildly liberal, crazy place, but not really true anymore. Back in the 70s, I think they put in a growth restriction, and so all these people who owned these crummy little houses back in the 70s, their houses are now worth millions and millions of dollars. And it turns out when you have something worth protecting, you become a little bit more. You just become a little different. And so while it is a democratic city, it's not necessarily like you'd think. And it's certainly different than it was back in the day. So even when I was going there was getting to be pretty lot of super smart, super wealthy people live there. And it's a great place. Absolutely. Everything's awesome about it. But it's different up there. So yeah, obnoxious. It's not obnoxious. It's probably the way the world's supposed to be, where everybody's lovely and a little crazy, and most everybody's doing okay. I don't know if most everybody's doing okay. I don't know if you end up in Boulder if you're doing poorly. Let's see. Don is here. Welcome in, Don. Don's been a serious harmonicist lately, probably forever. How long have you been playing, Don? A while. Evelyn is here. It's scary. My friend's daughter attends Boulder and is remote learning from her apartment right now. Yeah, the problem is, well, it's like if you're not there, you're like, you're all locked down. It's not funny at all in a lot of ways. I mean, this is a super scary thing that's going on. And so a lot of those kids, not every darn kid is out there being a typical college kid. A lot of them are there to actually study and get their degree and all that. And they're not doing that, but yet they are under the same situation. They're like, don't want to go to class. I can't go out. We're all sitting in our apartments. The worst one is I heard they're having they're having parties in the COVID dorms. They got a couple of dorms that are assigned just for students who've tested positive, and so they're all partying in there because they figure they already got it. Well, who cares? Oh, crazy times, crazy times. Somebody just posted on my Twitter feed, and not they didn't post it, I saw on the Twitter feed of another person having a rant in an art supply store over masks, and I'm just like, man, we are living in times we never thought we would see, and here we are. But that's why we come here for 45 minutes a day and we play harmonica and we just let ourselves get lost in the music. We're not going to worry about the crazy going on. We're going to worry about whether it's a blow 4 or a draw 4. That's what we're going to put our minds to. That's what I want to do. That's why we're doing this, actually, because when this all came down, I had what was an iffy business in the first place, and it just went poof right away. So I need something to get my mind off of all of this stuff and make some music and turn it into hopefully something that's going to make you happy, and maybe get some songs written, and we get a book made out of this and all this good stuff. So hopefully lots of positive is happening because of the negatives going on. So yeah, I think a lot of the college students are on lockdown around the country right now. It's, you get this bug, it's super transferable. Now, I mean, luckily most of them are going to be fine getting it, but we don't want them coming back home. Yeah, stay up there, get over it. Let's see. Pauline came in. Melissa's here. Oh, Melissa's out in the rural part of Boulder, right? The downtown part is a little crazy. That's the other problem with Boulder is everywhere you go, it's absolutely beautiful, like crazy pretty. So, yeah, it's one of the most beautiful places in the world. Vic is here. Oh, did you get some rain? Oh, that is so good. Oh, we needed to start raining up there in the Northwest real hard. Years ago, we were talking about, well, maybe we should move to Seattle because we like the rain. And then we spent 3 days during a Christmas up there where it was just fog and rain and horror. And I'm like, we're not going to move there. That's too much. Hey, Sandy, welcome in. Sandy's up in Michigan. John, let's see. Good morning from the retired asparagus farmer. Retired asparagus farmer. I don't know. What day do you call in? You're like, all right, that's it. I'm not making any more asparagus. I'm done. I'm out. That sounds like fun. That sounds like a very funny joke. You could always tell people. What do you do? Well, I'm an asparagus farmer. I'm going to start saying that. That's awesome, John. I hope that's true. I hope it's not true. I hope you're just saying that as a joke. Connie, good morning. How are you? Happy Friday. Good morning, Fran. Fran is in beautiful Southern California. Marianne, Marianne's in for a while. If we're playing well, she'll stay a little longer. If things are going poorly, she'll jet. Melissa, we go to Pearl Street when we have. We do that too. When people come into town, we're like, well, what should we do? Well, let's go up to Boulder and we'll have lunch on Pearl Street Mall, and you get to go, and it's just lovely, right? We live in Denver, right? But it's still lovely to go. You don't take them to sit downtown mall in Denver. Our mall in Denver is pretty. It's not that great, but the one in Boulder is awesome. Everything in Boulder is awesome. Let's see. Kat is here. TGIF to you, Melissa. All right. And the Q is here. The Q is he. Hey, Q. 34 years in the asparagus growing business when we decided it was enough. We planted soybeans. What's easier, soybeans or asparagus? There's no farming that's easy. But back in the day when I was a kid, we'd go down to the farm. It was a cattle ranch. But they, of course, there's plenty of farming that goes on too. And you have to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and you go to bed at really late, and all day long it just hurts. It's just farming. Soybeans are easier. Okay. That's funny, John. That's so good to know. I'm super excited to know you're out there creating some food for us. Thank you. All right, how many people we got? 16. Where is everybody? It's Friday. We get a little bit less people in on Fridays. I think either people have lives and they go do things, or they're like, well, I've learned everything that I can possibly learn for 1 week. All right, let's run through the list. Today, we don't really go through it very detailed. You're supposed to know on Friday to wash your hands. You're supposed to have already brushed your teeth. You have already got your water out and swished it around your mouth and gotten the crud out. You are already sitting up tall and pretty. You are already to breathe from your belly and not from your neck. You're going to pucker up to create a single note rather than a chord. In between every note, kissing the harmonica uses those internal mouth muscles that you're actually going to end up doing that. So be thinking about kissing your harmonica and putting the harmonica a little further into your face. Don't blow too hard. Here's how you hold a harmonica. Numbers up here, thump, thump, thump. And that's how you do it. That's it. That's everything you need to know about harmonica in 30 seconds. Let's see. All right, let's warm up. Let's start with the A minor scale today. That's on your diatonic harmonica notes page. I don't remember what I call it on here. Diatonic notes in C. And the last thing on the bottom of the page is your A minor scale. We're going to start with a draw 6, and we're going to warm up the upper end of this harmonica. Let's see how that goes for you this morning. 1, 2, 3, 4. My 9 gives me a fuss a little bit. Probably your 9 gives you a fuss as well. Let's try it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there's your high scale. Never sounds all that awesome, unfortunately. It's a lot of work. And it's a minor scale, so it's kind of sad and weird anyway. Let's play the C major scale. We start with a blow 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very nice. Good way to start the day. Opens up your lungs a little bit, opens up your head a little bit. Just makes you feel like you're doing the right things for your life. Let's play Kumbaya. I want to make sure we go in the correct order here. So yeah, Kumbaya today. And I actually like the Special 20 better than the Marine Band. I don't know why. I think the Marine Band, this feels a little rougher to me. It feels a little, just the way it sits on my face a little bit. I don't quite like it as much as the Special 20. I don't not like this one. But if I have to, like if I'm getting ready to play serious, I'm going to grab the Special 20 usually. I don't know where it's at today. I don't know. I've lost it. All right, let's play Kumbaya. 2-beat count in. 1, 2. And I should always mention we're only going to play stuff twice through. So this one, theoretically, you would play it 3 times through to play it according to the paper. But twice through is plenty. Let's play When the Saints Go Marching In. Basically the same song, I think, more or less. The same exact notes, a little bit different arrangement of them. And again, really looking for the long notes here. Well, I'm going to count in 4. We have a 1-beat rest, and then you're going to blow 4. Okay? From the top, 2 times through. 1, 2, 3, 4, rest. Very beautiful. Very nice. Nice. All right. What are we playing next? We are playing You Are My Sunshine, right? You Are My Sunshine is our next song up. Next song on the greatest hits, the bar harmonica. This is the one you have. You put your cheap harmonica. You buy a good harmonica, and then you put your cheap harmonica in the car. And then when you pull up to a stoplight, you can usually play the entire thing one time through for most stoplights. All right, twice through. I'll count in 4, and then we have a 1 beat rest. Blow 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Beautiful tune. Let's move on. We're rocking them out. We got a lot of work to do today. Ode to Joy. Let's play some Beethoven. You guys have told people you're playing harmonica, right? When they say, hey, play me something, you should play them this. Or Kumbaya. Everybody likes Kumbaya. They would expect Kumbaya on here. But Ode to Joy will blow them away. You're playing Beethoven. I'm going to blow 5. I'm going to count in 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you'll blow 5. 1. Oh, twice through, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4. always hit 8. I've been playing chromatic all morning, and then when I go to hit my 7, I hit an 8. Okay, things are closer together on that. Beautiful. There's a little Beethoven to start our day. Nothing wrong with that. Simple Gifts is next up. Aaron Copland saved this song from obscurity by putting it in his New World Symphony. So we're playing some more classical music here. And next week we have Brahms, by the way, Brahms Lullaby, and Morning Has Broken, which a lot of you guys will know from Cat Stevens, but is actually quite an old tune. And so we have some good music next week as well. Colorado Trails is another cowboy tune. We got to keep our cowboy tunes coming out of this. And for He's a Jolly Good Fellow, I don't know why we're doing that one, but we're going to. All right. If we are in England, you'll be all set. For He's a Jolly Good Fellow is what they sing for birthdays in England, I am told. All right, Simple Gifts. Count in 3, blow 6. Just one time through. One time through. First shot, best shot. Let's see how we do. If I play well, we'll call it one time. If I play poorly, we'll do it twice. From the top, 1, 2, 3. That's how it goes, more or less. Started off a little fast, kind of got myself in a pickle going too fast right off the bat, slowed it down, everything came into play. I would say that's something that I don't talk about often in harmonica class, but if you're struggling a little bit, slow everything down, play much, much slower. You don't have to play anything at a specific rate of speed. And I find, frankly, when I play slower, I do better. So, and plus then your audience has to sit and listen to you the whole time. All right. We'll make an exception here. This one has 3 verses. Let's play all 3 verses. We're doing okay on time. And so let's play all 3 verses of Streets of Laredo. I'm delaying playing the tragedy that's about to befall us with summertime. So let's play Streets of Laredo, all 3 verses. I mentioned yesterday on my guitar website, I have the full version of this with all of the lyrics. If you're interested, basically it goes on and on and on. Forever with 7 or 8 verses. It doesn't need all those verses. 3 is plenty. And the final verse is so dumb that it's hardly worth dealing with. But if you ever wanted to look at all of the verses that are well known, it's on my guitar site. Meanwhile, you have the 3-verse version, which is fine. Oh, Francis, slow is good till you run out of air. And you know, it's fascinating. When you start running out of air is when you start knowing you're probably playing pretty nice tones, right? You're really, a lot of air is coming out, a lot of air is coming in. You're really moving that air back and forth over those reeds. You're probably getting better tone when you start running out of air. In the beginning, you run out of air because you're not breathing properly. But as you get better at this, you're going to have a lot. You're not going to really be blowing hard, but you're going to have a ton of air moving back and forth over those reeds because you get better tone and you just are more effective at it. And so, yeah, you do. But the good news is when you run out of air blowing, you go, it's all right back, right? When the hard one is when you're drawing them in, and pretty soon you're like, oh gosh, I'm gonna be in trouble. Next week for chromatics, we have Over the Rainbow, and I've been playing it this week, and there is one measure where it's draw, 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 draw. And and they're half notes too in addition, so it's two measures actually, I think, or I don't remember. Anyway, it's a lot of air coming in, and I haven't figured out how to get through that measure yet without getting stuck. So yeah, good point, Fran. Right, Ren, too slow and I start to see stars. Seeing stars is what we're here to do, peeps. Yeah, that's exactly right. Dumb is the Smothers Brothers version. Oh, I didn't know there was a Smothers Brothers version. I'll have to look it up. That's funny. Oh, did you start your music stand today, John? Excellent. I have a music stand that sits right here. It works for me for playing on YouTube. I think when you're at your kitchen table, that type of stuff, having a stand, even one of the, the cheapy things that you can buy at Office Depot, just so that the music's up here. The biggest challenge is obviously if your music stand is down here like mine, you'll see me sort of crunching down to look at the music. It's better if you can get it up a little bit higher. I just ran out of room here on my little thing here, so I set my music down here in front, but it means that I tend to lean over, and that's not good. So yeah, put your music stand up high like this, and I think that'll help you keep good posture when you use that. Good thing to talk about, John. Thanks for that. Melissa says she's old. I am too. It turns out, here's what I found out about life. You definitely would not want to go back to have your 20-year-old brain, but you would certainly go back to have your 20-year-old body. So if that's so if we could get the old person brain in the young person body, that's ideal. Every now and then you meet a young person who's got their act together, and you're like, I don't think I like that person. All right, let's see. Breathing is better along with posture. Yeah, right. So, a lot of you guys are playing at your kitchen table. Got the laptop sitting up there. Got your music probably flopped in some manner or other. I do think get yourself a desktop music stand. They're kind of expensive. The ones I sell are $50. They're more expensive than the regular music stands. But you can just go to Office Depot and get remember the thing you used to put up there for typing back when we used to type stuff? You can use one of those. Those work out just fine as well. Also, those of you guys that are cooks, you also know about the little book stand, right? That you can put your cookbook up on while you're cooking. That actually works really, really slick for something like this. You just put it on your cookbook stand. And some of you have really fancy cookbook stands. Francis says, why can't we play all the harmonic music in the bigger harmonica? It's so much easier. The holes are bigger. They are apart. The tone is richer and warmer. You can. I don't have them all tabbed out for chromatic harmonica, but you absolutely can. And so, Francis, what Francis is saying, hey, we've got this little guy. It's harder to play than the big guy, which isn't true. It's just true for her right now because she's been playing a lot on it. It's starting to get comfortable, starting to be her hometown. Every one of the diatonic songs you can play on the chromatic, but the tablature is different, okay? So you can't read the tablature music from a diatonic piece of music and have it come out correctly on the chromatic. So you have to know where your notes are. And so you would then end up teach yourself how to read the standard notation notes up there. But all of the songs on a diatonic theoretically can be played on the chromatic. The opposite is not true. Chromatic songs cannot be played on this unless you are a very advanced player and know how to effectively bend your notes. And I don't know how to do that. There are guys out there who do that. But the problem with bending the notes down to your sharps and your flats and stuff is it's hit or miss under the best of circumstances, and you got to be a pretty advanced player to pull that off. And that's why I don't even bother to teach it, because there's just no. I mean, I can barely do it, and I certainly can't do it consistently. But so you could take these diatonic songs and figure out where your blow notes and your draw notes are, and that's what that little piece of paper. And I got to talk about that very briefly today, anyway. That's what the chromatic paper can help you do. You can write out your own tablature under those for the chromatic. John says, I knew I was going to live this long. Yeah, but I know, right? Right. They told us you should take better care of yourself, and you're like, yeah, okay. That was how much work you put into it. The small harmonica sounds like it's caterwauling. No problem. The small harmonica is that's what we love about it. Is it caterwauls a lot, right? We love that part. Okay, you can make the big one caterwaul too, Francis. All right, Streets of Laredo, 3 times through. Okay, I'm gonna count 1, 2, and then we're gonna play for the entire song. 1, 2. I think we'll start again. I believe I was blowing into my harmonica upside down. It's not possible that I would do something like that. I'm a professional. I would not blow into my harmonica upside down. This is where I'm going to blow. Here we go. 1, 2. Caterwauling, caterwauling. That's not caterwauling. That is beautiful, deeply felt, passionate tones of beauty coming through the air. Francis. All right, summertime. Let's play it twice. There's no repeat on here, right? With Daddy and Mammy standing by your side, and then just come back and we'll all agree we're going to start at a certain point, right? Summertime. Okay, let's play it through twice. I'll put in a repeat and repost the sheet music. Didn't get that done last night. I had a condo association board meeting last night. Those are always a joy. All right, from the top, I'm going to count in 3. This is your hard song of the week, and blow 8 and twice through. Okay, just do the best on the repeat. We'll get it close. Okay, from the top, 1, 2, 3. top. Yeah. Where's my A minor? I forgot. So that song obviously much harder than the other ones that we played this week. It's in A minor, right? So that's one of our that's the in the morning when we do our warm-ups, that A minor scale is what's showing up here, and it's why it's a little harder to play. Notes are a little weird, and so yeah, Melissa says, "Yikes!" I think she's talking about my playing. Maybe she's talking about her playing. Maybe she's talking about how awesome we all did, and we are so pleased with ourselves that we are mastering yet another instrument. I know when you woke up, 4 weeks ago and thought, wonder what I will do with my day today. The first thought wasn't, I'm going to master diatonic harmonica, and that's where you are at this point, hopefully. So hopefully that's pretty good. Marianne got through it, right? She was planning on leaving early, and she's like, well, no, I'm hanging out through summertime. Let's see. Yikes. I don't know what yikes means, Melissa. I got lost here and there. Yeah, it's a toughie. It's really, honestly, I keep fighting dropping down to 5. I don't know why. Just one of those things has happened. My dogs leave the room. The dog's like, no, that one hurts my ears. It's really high up on the harmonica, which just makes it, it gives you a challenge, right? So that's it. We're going to play that one again next week. So don't throw it away. Just spend your weekend playing it. Tell the dogs, go sit in the other room. You got to keep your 8s, 9s, and 10s warmed up. Actually, we just play 9s, right? There's no 10s in here. So 8s and 9s are what keeps it tough. And for me, it's finding the 5 when I drop down there. So Melissa's laughing. Q says, is it possible or allowed when you have a long string of draw notes like measures 16 through 18 or 25 through 25 and sometime? Is it possible to grab a crit breath? Yeah. I mean, you see me do it all the time, I hope, or at least when you have a ton of draw notes, 16 through 18, let's look at that, 16 through 18, those are all a ton of blow notes, right? And 24 through 25, you just have this blow, 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 blow. The key is to find your longer note. So, but till morning comes, it's not ideal. It's not ideal. More probably the smarter thing to do when you have a ton of blow notes or even a ton of draw notes, make a little note right before that happens. Empty your lungs out here, or take a deep breath, just put a little star, a little dot there, or, take a blue highlighter and put a dot there, so that to remind yourself, hey, I got 5 blow notes coming. I better not start here. take a huge breath, because you even have a, like at the middle of 24, you have a rest. So technically, and singers will tell you this, they're always looking for rests and commas in the lyric. Those are places where they know we can suck it all in. Now, you guys have a little bit of advantage over singers in that we also have draw notes. So usually in a song, it evens out, right? About time you're running out of blow air. Oh, phew, we got some draw notes coming through. The other thing I notice is that I will very often, as I'm busy doing stuff with my mouth, I'm having air coming out of my nose because my lungs are too full, especially, during draws. And then I have a blow and I got all this air. I will have the air coming out of my nose and my mouth as I'm playing the note, and also expelling some air through my nose. And that's something to I don't know if it's a natural thing I do or just started happening because I knew I had to. But yeah, be looking for rests. Those are your points where usually that's a great place to either add air or dump air. And then anytime there's a comma in the lyrics, I don't know if there are any. One of these mornings, gonna rise up singing, and you'll spread your wings, and you'll take to the sky, right? And then you would breathe there. But be thinking about, if I'm singing it, those are natural ending of phrases. That would be probably a great place to dump air or take air on as you need to. And make yourself notes on the sheet music. That's going to help you out quite a bit in terms of remembering when you come through. You're like, oh God, this is that spot. Okay. On lots of my music, I'll write two, meaning this is a place you really for sure need to put a T in there. Otherwise, it sounds all mushy. Okay. Diatonic people, if you want to sneak out, please feel free. This is your weekend review. Next week, I've already posted next week's diatonic music, so we're going to be adding in Brahms Lullaby, Colorado Trail for He's a Jolly Good Fellow, and Morning Has Broken. We will hang on to Summertime, so that will be the 5 new diatonic songs, which is too many. And then, of course, we will continue every single day. We will play the scales. We'll play either Kumbaya or When the Saints Go Marching In, and probably every day You Are My Sunshine. My goal, guys, honestly, is with those 3 songs, Kumbaya, When the Saints Go Marching In, You Are My Sunshine, is you just end up accidentally memorizing them. Your body just knows how to play them. When somebody comes over and says, hey, I hear you playing harmonica, and you pull it out and whip out You Are My Sunshine without any sheet music, they're going to want to know more. They're going to want to know how in the world you got to be such a great musician. Then you drop Ode to Joy and Brahms Lullaby and Summertime on them, and they will think that they'll sign you up to come play at their church. So there's that. Nobody goes to church anymore, but theoretically, you know what I'm talking about. Scarborough Fair, not enough people probably. I know that down where my studio is, it's in an old church. It's this beautiful sanctuary, seats 400, and on Sundays they have about 12, and it's really sad. All right. Diatonic people, have a wonderful weekend. I will see all of you on Monday. Be ready for four new great songs and another week of summertime. Summertime's coming to an end up here in the Northern Hemisphere, so we got to take advantage of it. Grab your chromatics, those of you who are chromatic people. And Patty, have a great weekend. John, be back at ukulele. See you then, John. Remember, numbers on top. Thank you, John. Thank you. See, you got to have an asparagus farmer around to help you keep it real. All right, Scarborough Fair. Let's play it through twice and we'll call it a day. This weekend, at some point, I'm hoping it'll be today. I've been fussing with this thing for the last few days. I think I got it the way I want it, and you'll have Over the Rainbow. It's a 3-pager. I'm going to probably post 2 versions of it, one with everything like I usually do, and then I think I'll give you just a harmonica version of it, so it'll fit onto 2 pages. Some of you are like, I don't understand why he puts all this other stuff on here. I'm putting all this other stuff on here so that I can eventually sell a book, and I want to have the best harmonica book ever written. That's my plan. Okay, so you have to put up with a lot of pages because of that. All right. Scarborough Fair. From the top, twice through. I'm going to count in 3, and then we're going to go. Don't play fast. 1, 2, 3. You go all the way to 12? Could put a 12 on the end of that. Cool. How'd we do? How are we doing on this? This is a good one, right? This is the one that Francis is talking about. This deep, little easier to play, a lot more versatile, this type of instrument. Now, to be fair, this has a huge limitation in that it doesn't catch a wall, as Francis said, like a diatonic harmonica. Diatonic harmonicas get that meow sound in them much easier than this does. And frankly, you don't want to be working toward getting a meow sound out of one of these. These are way too expensive to just replace every time you bend a reed. On the little guys, we bend the reeds and we just buy a new one each time anyway because it's gross and probably needs cleaning. But these ones, we try not to do a lot of that bending and caterwauling on them. So while this feels like a more official instrument, there are serious limitations with its versatility in that regard. And so just so you know, I love that. This is because I like everything in a row and neat and orderly and stuff. This is the instrument I love. But I see for sure the fun and the joy that I get out of playing diatonic. Treat them as two separate instruments. Treat them as organ and organ and piano, or harpsichord and whatever else, so treat them as very similar instruments, but definitely different characteristics about them. And so Kat says, I love that. I love that too. That's, first of all, that's a legit piece of music, right? 1670, sad, beautiful. There are verses out there that somebody wrote at some point in the distant past where it's the boy's saying, hey, send my love to this lady down in Scarborough Fair. And she sends her love back saying, well, I'll accept your love when you show up and farm the field. And he's like, well, what about just loving me for who I am? And she's like, I'll love you when you get this work done. And so it becomes sort of this feminist relationship sort of thing. And I think I have those lyrics on my guitar version of this, and you might go peek at them if you want to have a little bit of fun. But you can have a male voice and a female voice, and they're sort of going back and squabbling a little bit about whether they love each other. And she has different ideas about what love means. All right, kids, check in some point this weekend and grab Over the Rainbow for Chromatic, the other diatonic stuff's already on there, so get that downloaded and in your books. And remember, we'll do one more week with summertime. I am enjoying teaching this class and playing harmonica immensely, so I hope that you guys are as well. I know I talk too much. I know. I can't fix that. If chromatic people, I did also repost this sheet of paper. I've realized I didn't have any B flats in here, so I fixed that, and I did it two-sided now. The first page is the correct pitch, which is the actual pitch you're playing, and then on the back side I put the written pitch. And so usually this is what you play from, but it actually comes out sounding like this. So if you printed this out, you may want to print out the updated version of it. It's got two notes that are corrected, and then a more useful page for written pitch, which is fundamentally identical to the front page, except that the notes are lower. So there we go. Have a wonderful weekend, you guys. I'm hoping that you're in an area where you can still have a life, and if you're not, stay inside and be safe. And that's a lovely life, by the way, and try to do good for somebody. Practice a little bit this weekend, and keep showing up. I'll see you guys on Monday. And what was the other one? Oh, subscribe and like if you haven't already done that. Let's see. Sandy says she's enjoying harmonica, and you'd never think about it, right? It's just an instrument you thought was a kid's toy, and it turns out you can do real good stuff with it. I love it. It's super exciting. So, Pauline, wonderful. Glad you're here. Kat, you don't talk too much. No, Kat, don't encourage it. I know this is just some days at the end of the day my throat's sore and I'm like, what the heck are you doing, Gary? Talk less. Thank you guys, you're very kind. See you guys, some of you for ukulele, some of you for guitar, some of you for baritone ukulele, and I will see all of you, the rest of you I'll see on Monday. Have a great weekend.